this afternoon with Brandy, an upstate organizer here in Greenville, South Carolina. She works with Indivisible Upstate. She works with 5051 and the Greenville Rapid Response Network. Thank you, Brandy, for being here with us.
Thanks for the invite.
So we are going to start with what to do if we hear about ICE or about immigration police. Is it solely ICE, or is there like other terminology that gets batted around?
There is CPB, Border Patrol, ICE, and then because of the 287G agreements, a lot of local police departments are also kind of working with them. So it's a good bit of spread of who you could be talking about when you're talking about immigration and things like this.
To start from sort of the base level where we might hear about things, is you hear things online. Social media, regardless of our feelings, is pervasive, and it is part of how we communicate in these modern times. What would average Joe concerned citizen do if we hear about ICE in the upstate online?
So definitely verify the source. A lot of things that happen are people take photos from other cities or videos from other cities, and they will just share them. The whole point of the network is to not spread fear, and that's a huge part of it. So sharing things without verifying them yourself is can be very dangerous to the community. It can be very harmful to people. A video went around just the other day, and all I had to do was kind of trace it back to the original poster and not the person that had just shared one video clip. It wasn't super hard, and then I found out that it was actually a video from Charlotte. If you can find information like that, if you're somewhat social media savvy at all, at least try to verify it yourself. If you cannot verify it yourself, maybe check in with, the Hispanic Alliance or the Upstate Rapid Response Network with us, and we can help, verify that information. But please just don't blindly share pictures and videos if you're not 100% sure of the date or the location.
Because it's easy to make the situation worse, and then you're instilling
Yes.
fear in some of our neighbors where, at least at this moment, it's not necessary.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Fear is not it is completely hindering to people's lives. So that's a big major part that we're trying to avoid is spreading misinformation.
One of the things that we were talking about in our earlier podcast was, you run into families where they don't, they can't they don't feel comfortable going to work, and they don't feel comfortable going to the grocery store, and they don't feel comfortable sending kids to school. And the thing of that really gets, it all gets me, but the thing with it that really gets me is that in the case of their children in Greenville County, if they don't go to school, they don't have a solid source of food for the day.
Yes.
And so the
Yes.
damage that this kind of thing does is a lot wider spread than I think
Oh, absolutely.
people will realize. And I'm going to try to bang that particular drum as much as humanly possible.
Yeah. Some of these children, like you said, their source of food comes from programs that are happening at school, or parents aren't working, and therefore, income can be cut off or limited. So it's a very widespread impact that fear can have on people.
If we happen to be out and about and think, I say think because is it in your knowledge, is it accurate that we're not necessarily seeing great identification when it comes to ICE, who exactly is working with Border Patrol?
One thing in our area that is making it a little more difficult is that a lot of the sheriff offices dress in a full green uniform. So, if you're out and about and you don't know what to look for, these green uniforms for a traffic stop could potentially get spread around as being immigration. And so that's another reason why it's very important that if you are a person particularly if you are a white person and you are able to go and verify that information for sure so that it doesn't get spread around. You are well within your rights to video potential agents. You are well within your rights to ask, is this an immigration stop? What department are you with? Give me your identification. That is all well within our rights, and that's, what we need to do as a community to verify these officers or whoever it um, is actually step up and question them.
If you happen to see it, going up to them, asking them, and doing that work to help protect our neighbors.
Yes, yes. And we, as the Upstate Rapid Response Network, we hold verifier trainings. So you can do this without coming to a training. The three basic things are, get video proof, get pictures, get evidence. You're not there to try and stop an arrest. That could potentially be harmful to the person that is getting taken. If you start becoming aggressive or trying to impede an investigation or whatever they want to call it, that's definitely not what you want to do. But you want to record, you want to get video proof, you want to get photo proof and location and everything like that. And if you're not comfortable going up and doing this verification yourself, if you're not trained and you're not comfortable with that, um, you can send a text into our hotline. We have a text hotline that is up and running. And, we need basically a picture or video if you can get that, if you feel safe. Um, get the information to us as soon as possible. The sooner we have it, the sooner we can get someone out to verify it. And, we need a location, even if it's just like the Walmart parking lot on 153 or, a general area like that. We need that. But yeah, I mean, just everybody, even if you don't want to be an official verifier, just knowing that you are within your rights to go up and video these people and get information from maybe the person that's being taken. You can say, hey, what's your name? Can I call someone for you? You don't have to talk, just verbalizing, saying things to that person that could potentially be helpful information for them if they do get taken.
Okay, just yeah, get involved. Like I'm sure it's hard in the moment, but maybe if we talk about it, we can
Yes.
prep for it and set ourselves up for it. So when we are
Yes.
faced with it, maybe we will be more comfortable um,
Yes.
stepping in and doing the right thing. Um,
Absolutely.
how often and how available are the trainings that are offered?
So we are actually going to be launching a schedule for technically December,
Hmm.
January, and February this week. Our next training is going to be December 23rd. So I know right before Christmas, but that's the next one that we have coming up for a verifier training. And then January has three, and February has two, but we're pushing for three. And we'll launch those dates on our social media. So we have a Instagram and a Facebook as well, and we'll put those trainings out on those pages.
And then just sort of finally, overall, on the broad situation, is there a way that we can help? What are little steps that we can sort of take in the day to day to help stop this sort of thing and to support our community?
Um, I mean, all of the things we talked about, just getting involved and paying attention, and hey, if you see somebody getting stopped, maybe turn around if you can, go check it out. If you see a group of unmarked cars in a parking lot, turn around, go check it out. Being aware that you have rights, being aware that every person on American soil has rights, paying attention, having the hotline, and sharing information. I mean, the red cards are a great thing to share with the community members. And, we have a business canvassing that we're going to be doing where we have come up with a trifold that has all kinds of information. It has what to do if ICE shows up at work, what to do, how to do the hotline, know your rights on the back. We need people. We need people that can do social media. We need people that can do business canvassing. We need verifiers. We need operators. So my biggest thing is just get involved. Even if it's just a fraction of time that you have, we need all the help we can get.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being with us, Brandy, from Indivisible Upstate 5051 and the Greenville Rapid Response Network. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.